Hello, good to see you. Well, I'm not really seeing you, but in my mind's eye, I'm seeing you. I'm imagining that you're there. So, hello, good day to you. And today I will talk about something that I am finding really juicy about, first of all, direct communication with spirit. And second of all, how different emanations of divinity, for instance, different goddesses, can relate to different energy centers in our body, to different chakras. And I will also tell about how sometimes we kind of divide the energy centers, the chakras, to the upper ones, the more spiritual, and associate those with divinity, with goddess, God, spirit. And we are kind of denying the lower chakras their divinity. It happens to me. I had actually quite big realization of it yesterday, and I will tell you all about it. And it did happen in my direct communication with spirit. So, divinity, chakras, emanations of God, goddess. Let's get started. Maybe I will define a bit at the beginning what I mean by spirit. So by spirit, I mean the spark of divinity within me, you, everyone. God, goddess, I'm using those terms also as emanations of divinity that we can find within our heart, our soul. So not something far away and separate and abstract, but different aspects of the divine spark. And I am very big fan of talking or communicating in any other way directly with spirit, with divinity, with the spark of God in you. And there are different ways, and one very simple way is to talk with spirit, like our human self with our human perceptions, which are so limited and so beautiful, can communicate with the eternal, timeless, all-knowing, all-loving divinity. And it can be two-way communication. Sometimes it comes very naturally. I think when we are children, we are doing it all the time. Or as adults, very often we have forgotten it to extent. So it might need a little bit of training. But with practice, you can definitely develop a very clear communication with spirit. And there are wonderful tools to support us. So I was just in deep meditation yesterday, and I was communicating with spirit, with the God within. I was using words, and first I went into deeply meditative state where I was aware of my heart, where I felt open, receptive, and I was just talking to God, goddess, divinity. And what I realized that I was judging myself for what I wanted to say to the spirit, because, you know, it's very beautiful and easy to accept that we want to have this divine connection with the spirit, like from the heart, to be devoted, to be in love with spirit, or to have this like crown chakra direct communication experience of oneness. It's beautiful, and it is easy to say, yes, this is what I want, yes, this is what I'm doing. But what I was feeling yesterday was that what I wanted from spirit was much more basic, much more down to earth, much more very, very human animal like. It was I wanted from spirit the sense of stability, security, feeling that, that spirit has my back, that I can be held and supported, taken care of. It was the first. And the second was I wanted from spirit support in feeling empowered and really having my own agency, my own ability to make things happen, using my will, my abilities to create, to influence reality, to feel that I am kind of, that my personal power can have effects in the world. And when I got in touch with those desires, I almost immediately judged myself because they felt not very spiritual, not very enlightened, not very selfless, not very even beautiful, but very, very like the human animal like. And I was having doubts, like, is it even okay, to ask spirit for that kind of thing? But I wanted to be honest, because what's the point communicating with spirit, God, goddess, if you are not honest? So yeah, I expressed myself really honestly, and something really beautiful happened. The desires, needs, wants I was expressing to spirit were very much coming from the first chakra, the first energy center, which is about being rooted here on earth in the physical dimension of life, feeling supported in the basic needs, survival, not in a negative sense, but yeah, having our needs met and feeling secure and stable here. And also the desire for the agency, for my personal power, for making things happen. It was very much solar plexus chakra, the third chakra. So, for me, as I said before, but now I will also translate it more to chakras. It's very easy to speak with spirit when my desires or my expression of myself, my feelings have to do with the heart chakra, the love, the unconditional love, or the third eye or crown chakra, the oneness, the psychic communication. That's I have total approval for that. But I noticed judgment and disapproval of communicating to spirit, like, why to bother spirit about those lower, more basic needs? So it was the first and third chakra. And what happened, what I heard it in words from spirit and in feelings. It was so beautiful. It just totally disarmed me. It was like feminine voice, but strong, saying me, but I want to give it to you. Those needs are good. They are welcome. And I want to give it to you. And I felt like surprised. I felt really embraced fully, not only with the more spiritual aspects of me, but with everything, also with this human animal needs. Yeah. When it comes to the lower chakras, the second chakra that has to do with creativity, sexuality, I'm pretty okay with communicating from that energy center with the divine. But the most problematic for me were the first and the third. And I felt yesterday in my session of talking with spirit that those desires were fully welcome. and met with love and willingness to give me what I was asking for. And then I was also reflecting about what kind of symbols or images, archetypes can help me be really connected to those chakras and really bring divinity to them, to really acknowledge that they are too divine, that they are too holy. And you know, with the first chakra, I had the image of wild mother, really wild mother that honors instincts, that trusts instincts, that values instincts, that is protection and fierce love. It was the image that I was getting was like an animal, kind of human animal mother, a bit like mama bear, or maybe elephant sometimes, like a big being, a bit dirty with mud and herbs and things that are earthy. Yeah, so I think like the primal mother is the goddess that can be associated with the chakra. And also lots of animal spirits. Perhaps also Gaia, Mother Earth too. And also wild woman, wild mother. That's how I experienced it. And when I connected to the solar plexus chakra, the goddesses that came to me were very solar, very solar. First of all, the Egyptian goddesses, perhaps it was Isis, very solar, golden, beautiful beings. And then it was a goddess that I don't know what's her name, but I'm sure she's present in many mythologies, like just goddess of the sun, solar goddess, glowing, bright, like shining her light and being happy about this radiance, claiming her radiance, claiming her life-giving power. I even wanted to wear something yellow today or golden, but I don't really have yellow clothes. I have one summer yellow t-shirt, but like not any yellow clothes for this season. But I'm wearing this dark red, which is very much about the first chakra. So I wanted to, to anchor my insight, my deep spiritual insights from my communication with spirit, with something physical, like clothing, colors. My earrings are also quite earthy colors. And for the solar plexus, I'm wrapped in myself some oils, which have beautiful citrus essential oils in them. So this citrusy flavor, it's very much related to the solar plexus chakra, the juicy radiance. And I also asked yesterday for a healing dream. And when I woke up, my first thought was, what a strange dream I had. I couldn't possibly believe that this was the healing dream, but then it became obvious that it was, it was about yellow car, a yellow car, that it was mine, but I was behaving in that car like a passenger, and even nobody knew that it was my car. They were even thinking like, what is she doing here? And then I said, this is my car. I can give you a ride, that's okay. Where do you want to go? And then, yeah, I'm on my way. This is my car. And it felt so good to claim that this is my car. I'm driving this. This is my agency. So this was definitely the solar plexus awakening, empowerment, healing dream. Okay, so to sum up, communication, direct communication with the spirit. Totally possible, totally recommended. If you want any support with this, if you want me to suggest to you any simple practices that you can use for this, let me know. I will be happy to assist. Second of all, have you divided yourself into spiritual and non-spiritual? Have you denied any aspects of you, any energy centers, their divinity? Have you excluded them from your meditations, prayers, communication with spirit? And you know, we usually do it unconsciously. So consciously, we usually want to embrace it all. But like it happened to me, I realized that I felt somehow ashamed when I brought those desires to communication with spirit. So shame, embarrassment can be a good indicator that you are excluding something. And how about finding out what archetype, what divine archetypes, what goddesses could be related with those energy centers? You can first of all just see what occurs to you, and you can also look for inspiration in books or in internet, of course. I hope it opens something in you. I hope it touched something in you. I hope that it will contribute to you really embracing your divinity fully. Thank you so much for listening. And I also want to let you know that my co-creatrix, Agnieszka, known as the Chocolate Witch on Instagram, and I are looking for a small group of women to join our program, Rebirth of the Goddess. And in this program, for 3 months, we will be really deeply and intimately exploring our direct, intimate connection with spirit, with goddess, with divine feminine. If you are interested, if you would like to find out more, feel free to let me know. Thank you so much for watching. And if there is anyone who you believe can resonate with this message, please share the video with them. I would love for more and more people to be, first of all, in direct communication with their divinity, and second of all, embracing their whole divine self. Thank you so much and have a wonderful rest of the day.